Hey guys, it's Miss Angelica right back at you. Obviously it's nighttime again, because I have a lot to do during the day, but I will explain more about what I've been doing lately. Currently I just wanted to make a video on how I personally tape up my ears, and before you guys comment, I know I don't use the recommended tape. I know you're supposed to use something like this gauze to tape up or medical tape or something, but I really don't have money for that since I'm still at a young age and I don't have a job yet, which I'm trying to get right now. So, before you guys comment, just to let you know, I already know I'm not ignorant of the fact of using the non-recommended tape, but it's what works for me. It's worked for me over the years, and currently I'm taping up my ears from 5/8 to 3/4 or 16 millimeters to 18 millimeters, but I actually want to go to 20 millimeters. Let me bring these up close real quick. This is the size that I'm almost at, that I'm taping to currently, and this is the size that I want to initially go up to, so my goal size. In comparison, this is the 18 compared to the 20, the 16, which is where I was, to the 18, and the 18 compared to the 20. Now this one can just slide right through. I still find that cool once in a while, because two sizes bigger, it'll fit right through the next size. So I just want to show you real quick, and yes, I am taping up on synthetic stone. Just real quick, I want to do a review of some of the plugs that I've showed you in my plug collection, but these are synthetic turquoise stone. Yeah, you can see my nasty blowout, sorry about that, but yeah, these are synthetic turquoise. And I really like taping them because these are lightweight. Usually stone plugs are heavy, and the reason why I like these more than like taping up tunnels is because of the fact that I only have internally threaded tunnels in 5/8, and you probably saw them in my plug collection video, I'm sorry. And when taping up, internally threaded plugs or tunnels, I don't really like to do it because then you're only taping the part that isn't the screw in, or at least that's personally what I do, because if you do that, then it'll make it hard to unscrew it, and because I can't really wear double flared plugs because of my blowout, I can't pop it in and pop it out until I actually tape up to the next size, because that's just personally what my ears do. But anyways, on to the taping method. I shall be right back in a jiffy. Alright, so I'm back, guys. I just had to grab my oil real quick, which I said before, it's my vitamin E oil, and I adore my baby. I love it. So you probably saw before, this or the heart-shaped tape, I think it was this, is what I showed you guys that this is what I use to stretch up with. I know it's not the best material, like I've said thousands and thousands of times now, but like I said, it's worked for me in the past. So what I'm gonna do, and if this doesn't work, which it should work because I've waited 2 days, listen to your body. You can stretch up like every day, or do what I do now, so that you don't get blowouts as easily, and stretch up every other day. I usually add 2 layers every other day instead of adding a layer each and every day, so that way it gives my ears time to heal up, because you never want to stretch your ears when they're not healed. That's what causes blowouts like this. I just need to stress that point. But yeah, and because these are, even though they're still synthetic, they're still plugs, so it'll add a little bit more weight compared to a tunnel. And you can stretch up with tunnels. What can actually help is if you have weights or something. Personally, for me, I make my own homemade weights out of old like tunnels and earring parts and stuff like that. just to like add extra weight, and that can be kind of heavy on the ears, so it'll pull it down, it'll make it want to stretch out more, and that can help a lot. But you don't necessarily want to do that through a silicone tunnel or plug, excuse me, because the silicone, even when your ear is healed, because you're stretching the weight down on that, number one, like just like a taper, it can cause uneven what do you call that, stretching, so your ears like hanging out more towards the back or towards the front depending on where the weight stands, because the silicone is still stretchy. And the other thing is, because it's still silicone, even if your ear is healed, if it's not ready to go to the next size, say 18 or 20 millimeters, around 3/4 or 11/16, then what can actually happen is the silicone can still adhere to the ear, which means it can attach, and you'll have to go and get it cut or stuff like that, and that's something we don't want to do. So already this video is kind of long, so let me just get to it real quick. Let me show you what I do, let me cut up my tape, and I'll be right back with you. Alright, so because this video is already so long, I'm only going to show you what I do, how I tape out one of my plugs real quick, because I don't want to take up too much time. You guys might get bored or whatever, but if you don't like the look of stretched ears or blowouts or stuff, you might want to turn your head away right now, because I'm going to pull this plug out. And because my blowout is healed, it doesn't hurt it a lot. This is what my earlobe looks like naked. Yeah, I think everybody on YouTube does that. This is my nasty blowout, but hey, I did it to myself. That's why I say be careful with blowouts. Okay, so I grab a piece of tape about that big, wrap around this plug. It looks really pretty, at least to me, because I love blue. Okay, so I'm just wrapping it, and make sure that it's as tight as possible around the plug and that there's no uneven surfaces, because you don't want bubbles when you're taping up. That's something a lot of people don't mention, but you don't want bubbles. You want the tape to be as wrapped up as possible. Like I probably said before, PTE Teflon tape or bondage tape or medical tape or something that isn't porous, which means has a bunch of pores in it. One sec. As I was saying, something as porous as tape like this, or Scotch tape, which I actually have to use to, you know, keep this tape down, because it's just strange. Anyways, it's craft tape, so go figure. It's a really cheap kind anyway. I'm gonna cut the excess off, but stuff like this and electrical tape and all that other nasty stuff can really adhere to your ears, especially if they're not healed. Excuse me. I'm not sure if that's a burp, a yawn, or just air stuck in my throat. But yeah. So yeah. I'm just gonna finish up with this. And yeah, like I said, don't use Scotch tape, or I do not recommend using craft tape like this unless your ear is really healed. Even then, I still wouldn't recommend it, because you can still have blowouts. You can do anything to your ears, even with the regular tape, which is why I say to wait and listen to your body, because I'm not going to give you the recommended amounts. If you've looked up stretched ear videos, it's all wrapped up. If you've looked up stretched ear videos or how to stretch your ears or stuff, or you've watched my other video, it says like 4 to 6 weeks, but honestly, I think I stretched in the beginning like every week and a half. I just listened to my body, and when my body was ready, I felt like I was ready to stretch, and I stretched. Obviously, when I got to 0, no, I think it was a 2, and I was going to a 0, well, let's just say that I didn't listen to my body. I taped up, but I didn't tape up enough. And instead of taking the taper out of my ear, I just let it sit in, and it stung like, you know. I'm not gonna curse, but, you know. And yeah, if I would have taken the taper out and just let my ear go back down, let it heal up a bit, and then stretched out within the next week after adding enough tape, then I probably wouldn't have blowouts in my ears. But guess what? It's a matter of life, and I might have trouble closing them up when I want to, because eventually I want to do something with law enforcement. Anyways, getting down to the basics, that's just really how I do it, and if there's like little excessy parts, because I'm a cheapster, what I do is I take my little handy nail file and I just not sure, can you see that? I just run it along the edges. I found this method to be useful because I am a cheapster, because they say never put something that is pokey in your ear. If it has like loose ends that can easily rip your ear, because this is essentially just paper with glue on it. What you want to do is you want to make sure that it's soft. So I use my handy dandy file after I'm done cutting off all the excess, of course, and I just file it down until it feels soft. So it's basically like sandpapering in a way, I guess, with a nail file. That might go viral. Anyways, so that's basically how I do just one layer of tape. Now, I'm probably going to put another layer on, but for the sake of this video and you guys watching, thank you very much for watching, and if you have any questions, comments, concerns, please leave them down below, and like I said before, please don't comment on me using the bad tape, because I already know it's bad for my ears, but, you know, it actually works. And it hasn't destroyed my ears. It hasn't made my blowout worse. My ears still look okay. So, but yeah. Anyways, thank you very much. Love you guys a lot. Thank you for watching, and please leave any type of comment you want down below, except for hateful comments, because I hate them. But yeah. And like, subscribe. Watch all my videos, please do. If you want more help, because I can't give you all the advice since I'm not a licensed piercer or whatever, please go to the YouTube account called Pangea Piercing, or just look up the name JC Potts, JC Potts. For those of you who know sign language, I'm starting to take it, so, you know, I picked up a few things. Just look up his channel on here. He works for Pangea Piercing in Michigan, and he's a really great guy. He can tell you a lot more about your stretching and any type of piercings at all than I can, essentially. So, please look him up. Thank you for watching. Have a nice time. Love you guys. Bye.